Hello everyone, I am Guru Prasad. Today we are going to explain about some of the most important topics related to DBMS, that is Database Management System. The topic is the concept of normal forms in the database normalization with a focus on the role of primary key. There are different types of the normalization forms, that is normal forms in the DBMS with the help of the primary keys. So let's begin the presentation. First, we'll move on to the introduction to database normalization. The database normalization is a process that the organ process to organize the database to reduce the redundancy. It involves dividing the large table into the smaller blocks and related tables. The ultimate goal is to improve the data integrity and simplify the data management. So this is the one of the example of student ID, course ID, and instructor ID. Student table is a large table, and a course table is one of the the returned table. Then the instructor table is also returned table. So this is the how the normalization will works. Next, we'll monitor what are the normal forms. The normal forms are a specific criteria to evaluate the structure of the relational database. Each normal form builds a previous one to ensure the higher data integrity. They help in identifying and eliminating the undesirable characteristics like redundancy. So the normal forms is like 1F, 2F, 3F, like that, so on up to 5NF. So that those are all the one normal forms in the DBMS. So next we'll monitor what are the importance, why the normalization is very much important. Normalization reduces the data duplication, making the database more efficient, and it enhances the data integrity by ensuring that updates, deletions, insertions are consistent. And a well-normalized database is easier to maintain the database, and it is easier to understand. So this is why the normalization is become very much important in the database management system. Next, the role of the primary key. The primary key is uniquely identified the each record or the each row in the table. It ensures that no two rows have the same value for the primary key column. The primary key is crucial for establishing the relationships between the tables in the database. And first we'll monitor the 1NF, that is first normal form. A table is in the 1NF if contains only atomic values and each entry is unique. It eliminates the repeating group of the data within the table. The primary key is essentially achieving the 1NF by providing the unique identifier for records. So 1NF will delete the or it will eliminate the repeating group of the data within the table. So in this example, the student name, like if the RAM is 2 times or the 3 times, and it will eliminate it, and it will give the number student number as a 1 for RAM, and second one for RAM, the third one for Suresh. So this is one of the example for the 1NF. Next, the example of the 1NF violations. A table containing the multiple phone numbers and single cell is not a 1NF. Occurrence of the non-atomic values violates the principle of 1NF. Such violations can lead to data inconsistency and complexities in the data retrieval. So the first one RAM which contains the different phone numbers or student phone numbers, and it will eliminate the duplicate values. So like it will contain only one single value. So that is how the 1NF will work. Next, we'll monitor the 2NF. A table is in a 2NF if it is 1NF, like it follows the rule of the 1NF, and all non-key attributes are fully functionally dependent on another primary key. It removes the partial dependencies where non-key attribute depends only with the part of composite primary key. This ensures that all data is related to directly to the primary key and not other to the non-key attributes. Next, the importance of the primary key in the 2NF. The primary key role is crucial in identifying the dependencies in the 2NF, like the how the 1NF is depending on the redundancy, so it will depending on the dependencies. By ensuring that all non-key attributes depend on the entire primary key and data integrity is maintained, this minimizes the redundancy and prevents the anomalies during the data manipulations. So this is the primary key of the two columns, author old and book ID. Author ID and book ID, and the second column is the second table is student ID and the course ID. The author ID is 101, 101, 105. Student 101, 102, 105. So the book ID 20, 21, 20. So this is the two primary keys, like two normal form, how it will depends on each other. So next we'll model a third and 3NF, that is third normal form. A table is in a 3NF if it is in 2NF and all the attributes are functionally depend on the primary key. It interconnected to all the normal forms, like one connected to two is connected to one normal form, three is connected to second normal form, like that only. It eliminates the transitive dependence where the non-key attributes depends on other non-key attributes. Achieving 3NF further refines the structure of the database, improve the integrity. For example, two examples are functional dependencies. like order ID, quantity, price, total, like it is in a text number currency. So like shipment, it will like the currency and the number will be interact like exchanged, like number and currency are interchanged. So this is like it contains the 2NF also, and it is 3NF working. So next we'll move on to the primary key's role in the 3NF. The primary key ensures that no non-key attribute is indirectly related to it through another non-key attribute. This allows the data to organized in a way such as the way that enhance the clarity and reduces the redundancy. And the primary key acts as central reference point for all the data relationships in the table. So it contains the foreign keys and the primary keys also. So it contains student ID, first name, last name, and the course ID. And but in the second table, it contains the course ID and the course name. So this is how the primary key role in the 3NF. Next, higher normal forms, that is 4NF, or after the 3, that is BCNF, 4NF, 5NF. Beyond 3NF, there are additional normal forms like BCNF, 4NF, and 5NF. Each subsequent normal forms address the more complex types of the redundancy and dependencies issues. Maintaining the primary key's integrity is essential at the levels of the normalization. So, violation of the multiple cell values, like it contains the primary key and the tandem foreign key also. So these are all the high normal forms come after, it will come after third normal form like BCNF, 4NF, and 5NF. So like BCNF full form is Boy Scout normal form. Boy Scout normal form is a stricter version of 3NF and deals with the certain anomalies that is 3NF doesn't handle. A table is in the BCNF if every determinant is a candidate key. The primary key plays a significant role in the maintaining the stricter level of the normalization. Like if the determinant is a candidate key. This is how the BCNF will work. Next, denormalization consideration. While normalization is crucial, some denormalization is used to performance optimization. It involves intentionally introducing the redundancy for faster query processing. However, primary keys are must be maintained and to ensure the data integrity even in the denormalization tables. So like normalization and denormalization, the difference will be given in the slide. So next we'll move on to the real world applications of the normalization, the how where the normalization can be used in the real life. Well, normalization is widely used in the relational database management system, that is RDBMS, systems like MySQL and Oracle. It is essential for applications that require the high data integrity and the consistency. Understanding the normal forms aids developers in the designing the efficient database schemas. So this is how the where the normalization can be used. And the common mistakes in the normalizations are the failing to define a primary key can lead to significant data integrity issues, and misunderstanding the dependencies can result in the tables that does not meet normal form criteria. It is important to routinely review and refine the database structures as the requirements evolves. So next, finally, we'll move on to all the normal forms like conclusion and the best practices which we are needed. The normalization and the role of the primary key are the foundational for the effective database manage or the database design. The regularly revisiting the normalization process can enhance the database performance and the reliability. Well, a well-normalized database with a strong primary key supports the long-term data management strategies, like the how the normal form will work, like given in the slide, like unnormalized form to UNF. Next, UNF is an unnormalized form, and it will go to first normal form and remove the partial dependencies, and it will go to second normal form, and it will move the remove the transitive dependencies, and it will move to the third normal form. After third normal form, it will go to the higher normal form like BCNF, voice code normal form, and 4NF and a 5NF. So this is all about the normal forms which is present in the DBMS. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. So please